The courtroom smells like paper and cold metal. My name sounds wrong in her mouth. She doesn't look at me when she says it. Gold digger. Her lawyer nods, too quickly, like he's rehearsed it in the mirror. I stare at the grain in the wooden table and feel something detach inside me. Not pain, pressure releasing. The judge flips a page, clears his throat. So, an annual income of $550,000 is still considered gold digging, huh? The room tilts. What? She gasps. How much? Her mouth keeps moving after that. No sound, just air. I watch her realize she never asked, never cared to know. This is the moment everything slows. Every breath, every blink. I think about the night she stopped coming home before 10, about the way her phone slept face down, about the smile she practiced in the mirror before meetings she never invited me to. I sit very still. I let the silence work. She became a CEO and started calling it evolution, growth, necessary change. I became an accessory she forgot to wear. At first, it was small. Canceled dinners, late flights, a new password on her phone. I told myself this was what ambition sounded like. Then there was him, always near, always helpful, her attorney. He laughed too hard at her jokes, finished her sentences, touched her elbow when he thought no one saw. I noticed everything. I said nothing. Denial is quiet. It dresses like patience. When she stopped asking about my day, I answered anyway, to an empty room. When she forgot our anniversary, I reminded her gently. She thanked me like an assistant. The night I realized the truth, she didn't come home at all. No call, no text. I lay awake counting the ceiling cracks and listening to my own breathing, controlled, measured. I didn't cry. I archived the feeling for later. I moved carefully after that, like a man in a house wired with alarms. I checked phone records, not messages, patterns, repeated numbers, late hours. I watched her reflections instead of her face. Reflections lie less. At dinner parties, I smiled. I toasted her success. I shook his hand. Inside, calculations ran. I pulled my tax returns, updated my portfolio, called an accountant she'd never met. I remembered how she used to tease me for being cautious. I remembered how she never asked what I did with my money. I stayed calm, still. Suspicion isn't rage, it's focus. I gathered everything. Bank statements, contracts, consulting invoices signed with my name and paid to an account she'd never seen. I let time do the heavy lifting. The proof arrived in a thin envelope, clean, final. Not love letters, not photographs, financial records. His signature, her approval. They'd been hiding more than an affair. They'd been hiding incompetence. I handed her the folder one night without a word. She flipped through it. Her hands shook. Where did you get this? I watched her carefully, the way her shoulders collapsed, the way the truth finally landed. I already knew the answer to every question she asked. I said nothing. Silence makes people confess. Court was a formality, a stage. She painted me as a parasite. He nodded along. I let them. When the judge spoke, I felt the shift, power changing hands. Her eyes finally found mine. Too late. I stood when asked, my voice steady. I didn't look at her. I didn't need to. The numbers spoke for me. Her lawyer stopped nodding, started sweating. I felt nothing. Not triumph, not anger, only relief. I had already left her long before that room. Outside, the air felt lighter, unburdened. She called my name once. I kept walking. I thought about love, how easily it's mistaken for possession. I thought about silence, how powerful it becomes when chosen. I didn't win her back. I didn't want to. I reclaimed something quieter, control.